Welcome everyone to our episode 16 of Drops of Wisdom. In today's episode, we are going to discuss the book How We Learn by Benedict Carey. And we are going to begin this reflection with a topic of how to learn deeper, how to go beyond just remembering some things of your experiences, or how can you enhance the long-term memory of the things that you need in your life, whether you are in school, whether you are going to present a new exam, you are going to be certified in something, or something of your work, new procedure needs to be memorized or learned. That's the discussion and reflection that we are going to have today. In an instantaneous society that praises more everything that is easier and faster, there is a wider space for individuals that really want to create a higher experience with their lives, taking life as their biggest classroom where they can grow, vibrate, elevate into a higher experience each day. The main quote of this book is, if a memory includes lots of different stimuli, colors, smells, textures, stored by many neural networks in different regions of the brain, you can understand why you can remember these memories more clearly than other experiences. More connections in more places means better recall. Memories are created through the process of connecting neurons or cells which send signals within the brain to transmit information. Those connections are called synapses. If I just have one synapsis, is not the same as involving more of your senses and creating more and more and more synapses that create a network pattern, and this network extends into different and multiple pathways that are going to create a higher experience, more access to those memories. A memory such as your first day at school is created when neurons are stimulated and then form these kind of networks of many connected neurons, because you are having not just experience of learning something in that first day, but it's the experience of going to the school, of meeting new people, meeting the new teacher, and having many of your senses involved in the experience. Each time we retrieve a specific memory, synapses essentially grow thicker. In other words, having thicker synapses means our recall of that memory or information stored in that network is faster and clearer. The area of the brain that forms new conscious memories, such as the name of the person you've just met, is called the hippocampus. Fascinatingly, people whose hippocampus has been removed or destroyed by an accident are still able to retrieve all their memories, which shows that all their memories are stored somewhere else, in a region called the neocortex. This area of the brain is divided further into areas of control, how we move, and how we process what we see. Getting enough sleep is essential for your brain to form, consolidate new memories. While we still don't completely understand how sleep affects our bodies and the brain exactly, research suggests that sleep can help us much better and memorize information. Why? Because there is a detoxification process of many toxins and many chemicals that your brain flushes out during the sleep phases. So if you are one person or individual that you are repeating behaviors that are toxic near the hour that you are going to sleep, such as watching too much screens or falling asleep with the TV on, that is going to damage many of your internal patterns of sleep and is going to disrupt the sleep average quality. So that is going to be accumulating more and more toxins that are going to disrupt many of the synapses and neural networks. So your learning and your skills of attention are going to be affected. In addition to that, you can develop a lot of chronic diseases that you have already known and mentioned and read about them, such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and many types of mental diseases or mental disorders such as Alzheimer, Parkinson, early dementia, and many other more. So sleep is extremely important to help your memory, to boost your memory, and to relieve your body from stress and many of the toxins that you accumulated in one day. In one study, participants were separated into two groups and given a memory task. Each group was shown pairs of different color eggs, each of which was assigned a certain rank. The participants were then tested to see how much of the ranking they remember. However, there was one major difference between each group. Participants in one group slept before taking the test, so they slept the usual hours, 7 to 9 hours, and the other group participants did not or had a very lousy time to sleep. I mean, less than 3 hours of sleep. The results showed that the group that slept performed far better. They remember 93% of the rankings, whereas the sleepless group only remember 69%. That is 24% in the difference that you are generating by not sleeping well one night. Imagine that multiplied by several nights, how your percentage of your memory can be damaged in 1 week. Let's just say that you had a bad week of sleep. Well, 20%, if we assume that probably not the 20 is going to be repeated each night, but let's say that 15% is going to be deprived from your memory. You will easily lose more than 50% of the things that you learned during that week. So that's the major impact that sleep has in memory. That's why we have to take care of many of the aspects that we are being surrounded with in our lives. I hope that these tips, this reflection, and these strategies to help you to learn deeper are useful for you, and if it resonates with you and you want me to help, please share this video and this reflection with more people. Thank you very much and have a wonderful afternoon. We will listen to each other next Wednesday. Bye.